Merry Christmas, everyone. Welcome back to yet another weekly warehouse preview. Got a lot of stuff in store for you today. Let's check it out. All right, first up over here on the drop shelf, the inventoried shelf over here. First off, we got Athenas back in stock, first run Athenas. Obviously, the next time you'll see Athenas, they'll be the stock run, but they had some more first runs available, so we picked some up. They're live on the site. Looks like we got mainly blue, pink, some yellow, and then this box over here is a nice little mixed color. This is a cool, like, clay color. Lots of swirls on the Athenas, as always, so that one's sick. Nice little black and orange, so a lot of different options with the Athena. If you haven't tried it out yet, great 7-speed fairway driver lineup in the new PM line there. We also have some new Discmania drops. The Zen 2 Meta Essence. I think the Essence doesn't really get nearly as much praise and credit as it should. Insanely good hyzer flip disc. If you go back far enough on the channel, when the Essence was first coming out, I threw it all the time. Absolutely loved it. And this Meta plastic feels really good. We got blue and yellow, it looks like, are the two main colors. Meta's like that color shift pearly plastic that Discmania puts out. I think it's Chameleon from Trilogy. It's what the plastic emulates there. The Zen 2, though, Meta Essence, just should be a little bit more stable than your typical Essence. Still gonna be a great hyzer flip disc. We also got Simon Lizotte stamped FDs, C-Line FDs. These are gorgeous. Very clean stamp on there. That SL logo. I mean, these things are, this is like with the type disc that you would always see pros throwing, you know, with the like player stamping. You're always like, dude, that's so sick. Like 3-4 years from now, you pull this thing out of your bag, you're like, yeah, it's one of the Lizotte stamped FDs, and like all your friends are jealous of you, and you're like, yeah, just bought it stock off the shelf. They just don't make them anymore. That's the type of vibe I get from this disc. You might not get that vibe. That's what I get. Plenty of colors, plenty of those in stock, and surprisingly enough, we have more cap wraps. The ESP Captain's Raptor, still in stock. Look at this one. This one's purple 4 on the side. If you want to pick up this exact swirl, exact one there. Lots of different colors still in stock. There's like a little peachy one, orange 3. If you want to pick this one up, a little laser stamp there. And this one looks like it's going to be swirly. Yep, this is pink 31 on the site. Very, very cool. A lot of Captain Raptors still in stock. This is the 2022 cap wrap run, which means unless they just magically find a box they forgot about in the warehouse, once we sell out of these, you're not going to see them again, because 2023 will probably be a different plastic, different stamp, all of that. So if you want to pick up a 2022 cap wrap run, now's your chance. You can also check out the Athenas, Zens, and FDs all on the site.
All right. We have one more Discraft thing to mention, kind of a sneaky little thing. If you watch Discraft's video talking about Paul's 6-time line, more to come on that eventually in the future. One thing they mentioned is that Paul is switching his name from the Avenger SS to the Heat because he likes the Heat a lot. He's going to throw it more. Here's the thing. We still have Paul Macbeth 5-time Avenger SSs, and you know what that means, you little collectors. You hear this, collectors? It means that this is the last time you're going to have a chance to buy these, and we have quite a bit in stock. But if you get these now, these are going to have collectability because the signature is going to be taken off in the future. So there you go. You could have Paul Avenger SSs, and it's going to mean something more than it ever did. Now, Trilogy, we got a pretty sick restock here. We've got some stuff that we haven't had really a lot of stock of. Popular molds like the Stag, a really nice flip up to flat or slightly overstable fairway driver here. Michael Holt, Molt Disc Golf, if you're familiar with him, he throws these things all over the place. That's the first time I saw the Stag, and they're pretty incredible for him. These ones have some nice dome to them. They glide a ton. Really good fairway driver. One that's really cool, really standing out to me here is this Orbit Enforcer. Look at that stamp on that. The Orbit plastic, they've just been absolutely killing it. We've got a few colors. I would anticipate that these are going to be really, really overstable. They certainly feel beefy. The Enforcer is typically very overstable, and I'm sure in the Orbit plastic that will continue. Some other cool molds we've got. The Hatchet. This is Drew Gibson's roller disc. He loves the Hatchet for rollers. If you've seen him throw rollers, you'll know that this disc rolls really well. But if you don't throw as hard as Drew Gibson, it just is a nice hyzer flip disc. Some other things we've got are the Rive, the very popular Rive. This is actually a flatter run of Rive than I've seen, which is kind of neat. These will probably have a little more flip to them, I would guess, maybe a little more comfortable for the forehand. But we got the Rive back in stock. We've got Verdicts back in stock with the cool hand-eye stamp. Another disc that I haven't thrown in a long time we got here is the Flow. Weirdly enough, the reason I got a Flow, I used to have one in my bag back when I was younger, was somebody gave it to me when I bought my first disc golf bag. Just randomly threw this in because I said I liked Wraiths. And these things go super far, really easy glide. They have a nice heartbeat pop top dome to them. So if you haven't tried out the Flow and you're looking for some distance, great disc to try out.
All right, down here in Prodigy land, I feel like we show you something new down here every week because Prodigy's always coming out with some fire nowadays. We got FX2s back in stock. Interesting note about these FX2s is the bottom, if you originally had the FX2, the bottom always felt like kind of unfinished. I'm not really feeling it that much on these anymore. The bottom feels a lot more like the top. So I don't know, the rim still has that like grippy, unfinished feel, if you will, but the bottom flight plate doesn't really have that to me. Don't know why, but I absolutely love the FX2. Nice overstable fairway driver if you haven't given it a shot. Next step down, the FX3, which I believe is the back of this box. We also have some 500 FX2s, it looks like. What is this? This is Creator Series? Is that what they call this? Yeah, FX2 with a little dyno stamp on there. 500 Glimmer, I would imagine that's what this is. Yeah, 500. Gorgeous FX2 there. Also have just some stock 500 FX2s. Really nice feeling disc, great flying disc. And then the back of this box, we got some 400 FX3s, great hyzer flip, absolute bomber of a fairway driver, 9-speed. Well, really, you can hit it hard on hyzer, get up, let this thing ride. It'll get you way out there. And Prodigy's 400 plastic, I've been saying it for a while now. They're really coming around. They're really starting to make some of the best stuff on the market, in my opinion. Feels really good, flies even better. Check it out if you haven't. The FX2, FX3, two of the newer discs in Prodigy's fairway lineup. You're not going to miss those. I talked about the MX1 last week. I saw it again. Got to show it again. The letter X series, the brand new stuff they're coming out with, the PX3, the MX1, the FX2, the FX3, the FX4, all incredible. So if you're looking to try out some Prodigy, pick up something that has a letter than an X. It's their newest stuff on the market, and you're not going to be disappointed. That's 100 times guarantee.
Now, I know Christmas shopping season has kind of rolled over, but hey, the best part is after Christmas shopping season comes, you get Christmas money season, and bundles are still a cool thing to purchase with said Christmas money. We've got the accessory bundles still on our site, and if you don't want to buy in the bundles, you can just buy individually. We've got minis, we've got towels, we've got water bottles and such, but the accessory bundles are still live for now. Another thing we still have is Ripped Revenge. I've said it once, I've said it a million times. If you're playing disc golf and you just play normal rounds from time to time, you may enjoy that, but when you're out with buddies or even a group that you normally don't play with, a fun thing to do is play Ripped Revenge. It kind of spices things up, you know? It's not just the same typical go out, shoot the lowest score, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It adds in a lot of fun twists. It provides a lot of laughs. And right now we have a Ripped Revenge bundle on our site that'll give you all the things you need to start with Ripped Revenge. But if you've never played before, you can also just simply purchase a deck just like this, not expensive, and it'll provide you with endless fun. We've got the Ripped expansion packs in here. If you want to spice up the game even more, get cooler cards than your friends and have a better deck. And then we've got these deck holders. And here's the thing about these. When I first saw these, I thought, oh, that's cool. Like, I don't know if I'd ever really use that, but that's just kind of a neat accessory that they have. They're actually incredible. For playing Ripped Revenge, it's kind of annoying having cards in your pocket, in your back pocket, like trying to figure out where to put them. This one gives you a spot for your main deck. Okay, you can have a spot for your hand right here, and then you can discard into the other pocket. And there you go. Keeps them all organized. Carabiner clip right onto your bag. Ripped Revenge, it's a great time. If you haven't tried Ripped Revenge, very big endorser of it. It's a lot of fun. It's a great time. One last thing I want to talk about, DGA. We haven't had a decent stock of DGA in a while. It's been a while since we've been able to get it, but right now we have it. So if you're a DGA fan, highly recommend hopping on the site, checking out our stock. I feel like we have a really good selection right now. We have a huge variety of molds. If you haven't tried DGA, here's a little secret. Discraft is who makes DJ's discs. So if you're like a big Discraft fan, but you feel like you've tried all the Discraft molds, look no further than DGA. If you're like a brand loyalist, DGA counts as Discraft. It counts. It's made by them. They've got awesome different molds. They really have a lot of molds that I feel like do not overlap with Discraft. And they're sick discs like the Hypercane. That one might not exist for much longer, but they're super cool discs like the Hypercane, very overstable distance drivers. You also have the putter that took the world by storm, the Steady. This is what I was putting with all year long, and this awesome stone plastic. And one of my personal favorites, let's see, where is it? Here it is, the Hurricane. This thing right here, absolute distance machine. These things hyzer flip and they go super, super far. So if you haven't tried DGA, like I said, it's Discraft manufactured disc. That's a trusted plastic that a lot of you already know. And there's a lot of cool molds that you might have checked out before. You might not have checked out before. All right, that'll be it for this week's weekly warehouse preview. We have a lot of cool stuff. Remember, if you're going to hop on the Athenas, the Captain Raptors, the new Discmania FDs. Certain molds like that are going to go really quickly. Also, make sure to check out the bundles. And other than that, we'll see you in the next one.